From the one and only, this is a Local 10 News Update, sponsored by FHIA, Florida Home Improvement Associates.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nicole Perez.
And I'm Calvin Hughes, and here's a look at the stories making news on this Wednesday night.
FDLE is looking into the officers who fired nearly 200 rounds in that deadly UPS truck shootout. Officials gathered at a roundtable discussion in Miami today where they revealed 195 shell casings were recovered at the scene in Miramar alone. FDLE says they are looking at a red light video, body-worn cameras, and surveillance footage to help in the investigation. UPS driver Frank Ordonez and innocent bystander Rick Cutshaw, who was in his car, were killed in the shootout between police and robbery suspects.
Police continue searching for a man who was chained up and abducted in Fort Lauderdale today. Video from inside a Shell gas station on West Sunrise Boulevard shows 47-year-old Kevin Lee being beaten while restrained by chains around his neck and arms. A judge denied bond for Kenneth Douglas and Terrell Jenkins, who appeared in court on felony kidnapping and false imprisonment charges.
A suspect went before a judge today after a shooting, chase, and bailout ending in Florida City. 21-year-old Deshaun Davis is one of 4 suspects who bailed out of a white Dodge Charger after the pursuit. It all started as a drive-by shooting at a home on Northwest 5th Avenue in Florida City. That's where a man and woman were shot and taken to the Homestead Hospital. We're told the men involved in the chase are friends of the victims and opened fire at the alleged drive-by shooter, which sparked the chase.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying, play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10. Well, crews are now finishing up a temporary fix on a sewer main break in Fort Lauderdale. Working overnight, crews were able to install a bypass to reroute the raw sewage away from the broken line and into a smaller pipe. Crews are now working to replace the larger broken main line, which officials say could take the next several days. The 54-inch sewer line broke last week and sent millions of gallons of wastewater into the Rio Vista neighborhood.
As breaking news happens, we have you covered on air and online.
You can always head to our website, local10.com, for more news and coverage. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Have a good night.